Alright, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. So for today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up a VPN in our clients, or sorry, specifically in our server. Right, so if you haven't as yet, of course, you want to open up your VirtualBox, go to Windows Server 2019, start the VirtualBox, of course. For today, we won't be necessarily needing the client. So we're just going to be specifically going directly into Windows Server 2019. I'll minimize the VirtualBox window for now. And of course, we'll just go through the basic boot process of Windows Server 2019. Uh, yeah, as always, remember what password you would have chosen for your server. And generally just remember, well, yeah, the username and so forth. So the process that we're going to be doing today is going to be revolving around the same way that we would have installed Active Directory back in the um, configuring TCP IP video. Uh, yeah, so we're going to be following somewhat of that similar process, and more specifically, we're going to be putting that directly to the domain that we already have. So let's go ahead and wait for Windows or Windows Server 2019 to apply those computer settings, and we'll log in, and hopefully server manager starts, of course, when we boot up the machine. If not, as always, you can just open it up and like any normal Windows application, and we should be fine. So it's taking a bit longer than usual, which is quite unfortunate, but uh yeah, we're gonna be doing the server or the VPN on the server today. And there we go. We're just gonna go to input, go to keyboard, insert Control Alt Delete, and insert our super secret secure password to log into our administrator account. And yeah, you can see that we are, when we log in here, we do have the server manager up and running. From here, we're going to go to manage in the server manager. Of course, if you don't know, if it doesn't boot into server manager immediately, just go to start, type in server manager, and it should be right there. Press enter, and it should be good to go. For today's video, we're just going to go to manage in server manager, go to add rules and features. From here, we want to specifically go into uh, role-based or feature-based installation. So I'm gonna click on, I'm gonna move the dialog box a bit up here so I can see. There we go. Click next. Make sure it's the server and the domain that we have together with the IP address. Great. Gonna click on next here. And of course, in the last video or in one of the previous videos, we would have installed Active Directory, DNS, and we are gonna be looking for a specific uh, feature, which is remote access. We're gonna tick this. And yeah, we're just gonna give it some time to actually work on it. But yeah, cool. So we can read the description here if we want to learn more about um, the service. In this case, we just want to make sure that the destination server is, of course, our server on the top right here. And we're going to click on next. Now from here, it will already select the different features that we would need with regarding the actual remote access, right? So if we want to add any additional features or so forth, we can feel free to do so now. Uh, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to click next here because so far we would have installed a couple of different features to help us with the previous videos. So we're going to click on next here, and we're going to get a summary of what the remote access would be. So it integrates direct access VPN and web application proxy in a single management console. And this is exactly what we need. We need VPN. So we're going to click on next here for now. And specifically, we're going to click on uh, rules and services. From here, we should see there's three options here when we click on remote access, going into rules and services from next. And we're going to check, or we're going to check, sorry, direct access on VPN, RAS, enable that, and click add features. Now from here, we're going to click on next here once again. And of course, it shows another prompt here regarding the web server, which is fine. You can take some time to read through it. And of course, it will take the time to select any rules and services that you would need regarding the server, right? So a lot of these options would have been checked when we made the server, plus when we install Active Directory and DNS. So we're just going to skip this and click next here for now. And we're going to restart here automatically. Just so that if there are any servers, or sorry, if there's any errors with the server, uh, Windows should automatically fix it for itself by either restarting or anything of the sort. But yeah, you can see that we have a summary here of what needs to be done. So in this case, the important thing that we need to notice that we have remote access, the direct access on VPN, and yeah, you can see that we have a bunch of different other options here as well. So we're gonna click on install, and this should take a while. So I'm gonna pause the video here for now, and yeah, I'm gonna pause the video here for now, and hopefully it doesn't restart or anything. If it does, I'll be sure to come back to the video here. All right, cool. So it looks like the installation would have finished there. And yeah, let's continue on. So we're going to click on close here for now. And I always like to restart my server just so that any settings would be applied. Yeah, so I'm just going to restart here very quickly. Boot back up into Server Manager for any additional settings or any additional applications that we would have installed, or rules specifically that we would have installed in our virtual machine to apply, uh, well, successfully. So I'm going to pause the video here for now, log back in, and I'll see you back at the server manager. Okay, so we are back in server manager here. What we want to do here for now is we want to go to tools. We want to go and scroll down to, where is it? Remote access, remote, routing and remote access. There we go. And we can see our server here. So the server which we called Windows or Win Server 19 local. We're gonna right click on this. We're gonna click on configure, and I guess I should show that option. Hold on. We're gonna click on right click and then go to configure and enable routing and remote access. And specifically, we're gonna click on next first and foremost. It'll open up the wizard, and we're gonna go to custom configuration here. Now, custom configuration allows us to specify what services that we want to install or how we want to configure this remote access. So we're going to click on next when we have selected custom configuration. And you can see that the only service that we would be required to actually run this, or not run specifically, but definitely to complete this assignment, would be to enable VPN access. Cool. So the other services here are they're not required in terms of, well, in terms of the assignment that we have for today, sorry. But if you wanted to enable dial-up access, so older networks can join, uh, demand dial-up connections, NAT or LAN routing, by all means. But for today's video, we're going to be going into VPN access. We're going to be clicking next. And yeah, we can see that we have the wizard here, and it says completing the routing and remote access server setup wizard, and we have successfully done that. Going to click on finish here. We should get an error, at least I think so. Uh, well, we got the pop-up here. We're supposed to wait for those services to start, and then from here, okay, well, I guess that was just my imagination, because when I did this previously on another virtual machine, there was an error. But I guess I must have imagined it or something. But nevertheless, we have configured uh well VPNs on our network, right? So you can see in this actual routing and remote access, we can see our DHCP, sorry, that we would have done in a previous video. And yeah, overall, we can see a bunch of different information that can be useful to us here as well. Now, if there do end up being any questions, problems, or issues, as always, you can feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to assist. And yeah, if you are interested in learning about this from the client side, or specifically how to set up a VPN from the client side, there are countless of other videos to show that. More specifically in terms of setting it up from a client side. So I decided to just do it on the Windows Server side for today's video. But I would like to take this time to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And as always, if there do end up being any issues, problems, anything that I can potentially assist with, feel free to leave a comment down below. I can try my best to assist. But with that being said, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you all in the next one.